The following is what happened to my brother when he was still in elementary school. That summer, he went on a camping trip with other kids from the neighborhood. The location was at a nearby nature park that had bungalows and tent sites. They were also fully equipped with barbecue facilities and rooms one can rent to do various activities. I was in middle school at this time, so I was enjoying the quiet time at home with my brother gone. On the second night, however, we got a phone call around 10 p.m. from one of the staff at the park. We were told to come pick up my brother because something had happened and it wasn't possible to stay the night. My father tried to get more details but was only told that it was difficult to explain over the phone. "Don't worry though, he's not hurt or sick," they added. My mum and I decided to tag along to pick him up. It was already 11 o'clock by the time we got there and the rest of the kids were all asleep. We were led into the office and my brother was there holding some juice, his eyes swollen from crying. When he saw us come in, he quickly ran over to us. The following is what we were told by my brother and the staff. At 8 p.m. that night, after everyone had eaten dinner, it was time for kimodameshi. There is no formal translation for the word kimodameshi, but it literally translates to test of courage. It's a very popular pastime for people of all ages, especially in the summer. It entails walking through a scary place for the sole purpose of, you guessed it, getting scared. There was a playground in the middle of the nature park, and the idea was to begin at the barbecue area and follow the hiking course that circles the playground. It was simple enough, and the staff was standing along the course to keep an eye on the kids. In addition, the kids were put into groups so that no one was left walking by themselves. At the halfway point, my brother suddenly got a bad stomachache and needed to go to the toilet. He stupidly told the rest of the group to go ahead because he was embarrassed to take care of business in front of them. He walked back the way he came and luckily saw a middle-aged man wearing the staff uniform. He explained the situation and the man took him to the closest bungalow. The next moment, my brother was in a pitch-dark room. There was a faint light seeping through the window and he realized that he was in the bathtub. He was fully clothed and sitting in a bathtub filled with warm water. From the discomfort he felt from his feet, he knew he still had his shoes on too. Confused, he called out for the staff member. No answer. Thinking he should at least get out of the bungalow, he reached over and put his hands on the side of the bathtub to do so. As soon as he did, he heard right in his ear, It sounded like a woman. He was still sitting, his back pressed against the tub and the wall, so it was impossible for anyone to be behind him. As soon as he realized this, his body froze. He couldn't move a muscle from his neck down. He could feel the woman's breath the entire time he was trying to regain control of his body. The sound was echoing in the small space and making an eerie ringing noise. Not knowing what else to do, my brother started to sing his school's anthem at the top of his lungs in an attempt to drown out the sound. He finished singing the first verse and was about to start the second when suddenly the lights came on in the bath and a young staff member came running in. The rest of the kids had told them that he had left by himself, so all the adults got together and went out looking for him. They followed the course calling out my brother's name when they heard singing coming from one of the bungalows. They quickly ran to get the keys, and that's how they found my brother in the bathtub. When we first heard the story, we thought maybe some pervert had done something to him. However, upon taking him to the hospital straight afterwards, we were told that there was no evidence of any physical damage. The police also got involved, and that's when I first learned that the bungalow that my brother was found in shared electricity with the one next to it. Therefore, the electricity worked, but the gas was turned off that night. My brother had only been by himself for a maximum of 10 minutes, so even if someone else got hot water from the other bungalow to fill the tub, although not absolutely impossible, it was very unlikely that that occurred. In addition, most of those working at the park were young university students, and the older man that my brother saw was not amongst any of the staff there. The police told us they would continue to investigate, but we never heard anything from them again. My brother is now an adult, but to this day, when he takes a bath, he leaves the door open. The nature park in question is still operating to this day. I have some questions though. Why did he hear a woman's voice after talking to the middle-aged man? How did my brother manage to go into that bungalow without the others noticing him? How did he even open the locked door? The more I think about this story, the more creeped out I get. But my brother uses it all the time as a kind of icebreaker.